The woman just went to sleep with her mouth open, but when she woke up, she discovered that her armpit hair had strangely become thick and dense. Dazed and confused, she rushed to the hospital where she usually worked. Everything seemed normal at first glance, but there wasn't a single person in sight. The patient rooms, usually crowded with people, were now terrifyingly quiet. Even the phones weren't working. The entire hospital was dead silent, with only the surveillance room's tape recorder continuously emitting a piercing noise. Panicked, she immediately dashed out of the hospital and onto the streets. She didn't know what had happened, but her inner unease grew stronger and stronger. She started knocking on doors one by one, hoping someone would respond, but no matter how much she pounded on the door panels, there was no answer. It was as if the entire world had suddenly evaporated everyone. Exhausted from running through the streets and alleys, she could only return home to catch her breath. But shortly after lying down, she heard music playing in her ears. She sat up abruptly, pulled out her personal safety weapon, and mustered up the courage to walk out the door, following the sound step by step until she entered a house that seemed to have people inside. Suddenly, a man appeared, breaking the silence. She was so startled that she almost screamed, but seeing that the other person was human, she couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. The man was also a survivor, and their experiences were identical. The man's armpit hair had grown to 50 centimeters. To figure out what was going on, they decided to escape from this bizarre town. But not long after they started driving, they were completely stunned. On the only road leading out of the city, an eerie black fog had risen. The man approached it in puzzlement and then tentatively put his hand inside. To his surprise, as soon as he touched it, he felt an excruciating pain. They had no choice but to return the way they came, only to find that the town was now surrounded on all sides by the mist. Even more terrifying was that the black smoke was approaching their location at a visible speed. Perhaps the black fog would soon devour the entire town. They had no idea where to run. The two drove aimlessly, looking for hope. Suddenly, the woman spotted a lively restaurant. They tried hard to talk to the people there, but the customers seemed to not see them at all, continuing to eat and chat as if they didn't exist. Subscribe to me and leave a comment. I'll share the rest of the story with you very soon.